evening and welcome to our post-game women's basketball press conference. We'll start the press conference with an opening statement from head coach Amy Wright, and then we'll open it up to questions from the media for Coach, along with Casey Valenti-Paya.
Got to give credit to Pacific. They came in with a great game plan. We knew that their bigs would be an issue. But, at the end of the day, you can't give up 48 paint points in one half. It just can't happen. We continuously tried to make adjustments, and they just weren't working. So that's an area that we're going to get better at. We're going to work at and get better at. And they scored 90 points. They're averaging 68 points. So that's 20 more than what they're used to. So they came in, they played hard. They did a great job of spreading us out and going to what was working, and we didn't make the appropriate adjustments.
Questions?
Hey, Coach. Yeah, just going back to that 48 points that Pacific scored in the second half, kind of just what went wrong defensively in that second half, what improvements can be made?
Yeah, I think we're going to definitely work on, in terms of we are going to be undersized, all year. So there's going to be different schemes that we're going to have to work on, whether it's doubling, whether it's more ball pressure. There's a lot of options in basketball because there's really no wrong way to do things because one day it might work, one day it might not. So I think we're going to explore that and figure out what's best for our team. We played a tall team in Texas. We played some other teams that have had bigs, and we did a fairly good job. So we just need to reevaluate, watch the film, and get better.
Coach, you guys had finished with 22 turnovers, and that led to 26 points for Pacific. Mm-hmm. What can you guys do better next time to have a little bit better ball control and things like that?
Yeah, I think it boils down to playing together. 5 people on the court have to be hooked up and linked together and playing together. So we've emphasized all year swinging the ball. We've emphasized, more than 2 dribbles, you're probably in a bad spot. And those were things that we just kind of didn't do today. Again, give credit to Pacific. They went zone in the second half. I thought that, may have slowed us down a little bit, but at the same time, we got to be ready to execute the game plan. I firmly believe that the offense does work. It's proven. It's just a matter of us, having 5 people on the court at the same time that can play together.
Yeah, Casey, congrats on the big night. 20 points and 6 rebounds. Talk about kind of what worked well for you today.
I feel like having a coaching staff that believes in me and has given me the confidence to be able to shoot the ball has been massive for me, especially I've been out for 2 years with 2 ACLs. So just trying to get back into the things and flow into things.
Casey, can you talk to us a little bit about what changed from the first half to the second half? Mm-hmm. What went differently for you guys, what maybe went wrong for you guys, and how can you move forward and fix that?
Mm-hmm. I think we should have moved the ball more. We, as Coach Amy said, we made more than a couple dribbles and it wasn't working out for us. So I feel like if we move the ball, if we get to our second reversal, get to our screen, come a foot hard, roll, things will be open for us.
Yeah, one of the big themes of the day was kind of fouling on both ends of the floor, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
What do you kind of have to say about the fouling back and forth and how you can kind of tighten it up defensively?
Yeah, the good thing was it was even on both ends. So I think, us being the aggressor and also, getting to the foul line ourselves. But, those are things. I think most of ours were in terms of fouls. We had several offensive fouls, which, goes back to that over-dribbling. So that's part of that. And then, also just maintaining our principles. I think they had a lot of our fouls, especially even on the last 2 possessions. They were right-hand drives. We're not supposed to give up right-hand drives. So I think, just going back to being who we are and what we do, we were definitely not the best tonight in terms of Long Beach State women's basketball. But, again, that's why we play the game. We play the game for the opportunity to get better, and that's all we can do is just take it one day at a time and continue to grow and get better.
For both of you, despite the loss, obviously there were still some positives throughout the night. Can you guys talk us a little bit through some of those positives and how you can continue to build on that moving forward?
I think as a team we stayed together collectively and that can move forward.
Yeah, I think this was the first time we won the first and the second quarter instead of the third and the fourth. So that's good. That means we're capable of starting well. So especially that second quarter. We shot a good percentage. So we're getting the shots that we want. It was just the turnovers that we need to improve on. And the good thing is I know you wanted positives, Lindy, so I'm sorry, but all of the things that were negative in terms of, turning the ball over, that's a controllable. Boxing out, that's controllable. These are all things that are controllable. And what these women have showed me is that, once we try to correct something and we see it and we harp on it, they don't like to lose. So I know they're going to come back wanting to learn, wanting to be better, and collectively with all 12 people come in and say, hey, we got to do this together. We got to do both ends together. We got to defend together, and we got to run the offense together.
Thank you both.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lindy.